Hello, I'm Tony, this is Long Story Short, and today I've got a pretty quick one for you. With the upcoming release of the Xbox One X, there will now be two 4K gaming consoles, two standard consoles, one whatever the Xbox One S's console, and one handheld console on the mainstream market. Additionally, you can always go with a PC. Now is an amazing time to be a PC gamer with reasonably priced hardware capable of playing some serious games and even being sufficient for video and photo editing and the like. So, I think it's time that we ask that question that comes around every 4 or 5 years. Should I buy a PC or a console? Just kidding. That question is dumb because the answer is always, it depends. Instead, we're asking a better question. Which option is right for you? Once upon a time, this question had a pretty simple answer. If you wanted the best gaming experience, then of course you'd go with the PC. You've got a ton of options for ways to get more out of games, and to the extent that you're willing to spend more money, you can easily get 3 to 5 years ahead of the gaming tech curve. PC gaming has had QHD and 4K options in most games for around 10 years now, after all. Similarly, consoles were definitely for you if you wanted to spend way less money and get a quicker, easier game-playing experience. Consoles offered you a computer built for gaming, something that could be plugged in and played in 15 minutes tops. No hassle, no fiddling with spare parts and settings, no downloading updates. It just works. If that's what you wanted, then get a console. Or at least, that's what I used to say. Things aren't quite the same anymore. For consoles at least. Let's get a bit more out of the way about the PC first because that part really hasn't changed. PC gaming remains the best way to experience most games. Objectively, controller support is better than ever before if you want it. The platform is home to the highest resolutions, settings, and frame rates you can get, as well as easier modding, more indie support. The list goes on. If you're willing to learn to build it yourself or have a friend do it for you, $600 can nab you a gaming system that will compete with current-gen consoles. For $800 to $1,000, you can build something that'll chew through just about any consumer task or game you throw at it. And for $1,500 or more, you can build a system that'll shred games for 5 years and probably be acceptable for much longer. That's not to mention that any desktop in the price ranges we discussed here will be able to handle tons of tabs, streaming, and some really basic content creation at least. PCs do offer more than just gaming. Still, there are plenty of disadvantages to PC gaming as well. Most obviously, there's cost. While I don't think it's anywhere near as bad as it used to be, gaming PCs are still generally more expensive than consoles. You'll be hard-pressed to build a PC that performs like an Xbox One X or PS4 Pro for $500 or less without cutting some serious corners. Additionally, they aren't standardized in quite the same way as consoles. For the best visuals and performance, you'll want to tweak settings for your games to get the experience you want. Most importantly, there are way more opportunities for bugs, mistakes, etc. to hurt your gaming experience. These problems are, of course, completely manageable by either throwing money at them or knowing your way around a computer. But that's not for everyone, and that's okay. Now, this is the part where I would normally go back and mention that PCs also don't offer a plug-and-play experience like consoles. But truthfully, that's the part that's changed recently. Consoles today feel less like machines built specifically for easy, fast gaming, and more like cheap little PCs that are heavily optimized for and locked to gaming. Allow me to explain. Where for the past few generations, most games could be bought physically, stuck into the system, booted up, and played immediately, console games today often come with similar day one patches, installation times, and hard drive space requirements as PCs. For a lot of people, myself included, the advantage to having a console was the ability to buy a game at a store and play it 30 minutes later. Consoles offered a level of ease that was totally different from the PC, and today that isn't nearly as much the case, except for the Nintendo Switch, which in fact offers an experience which is totally not possible on normal PC setups. So for me, it's gotta be one of my top picks right now for consoles. But let's look at the rest of the options. With the decrease in ease of use, they're still more streamlined and easily set up than PCs. This is both good and bad. It means a more consistent experience, which past any initial setup for each game requires almost no tweaking to get right. But it also means you are locked to that system. If you want to play online, you probably have to pay some kind of extra fee, something which is unthinkable on PC. And when it comes time to upgrade, you better be ready to buy a brand new console. All that said, there still is one pretty serious advantage to consoles, and that is the upfront price. At launch, I was concerned Microsoft and Sony were going to hurt this advantage for themselves as well, but as of right now, they're doing a good job. The PS4 Pro and Xbox One X deliver games at levels close to PC gaming, actually. Shortcuts are definitely taken, but they're often the type that only someone who really cares about visuals would notice. That's incredibly hard, if not impossible, to do with consumer PC parts, at least at that price point. Additionally, while this may not have been the case at launch, the stock Xbox One and PS4 models can be found for prices in the ballpark of $200, at least at the time of writing. For that price, playing modern games between 720 and 1080p, between 30 and 60 frames per second, seems acceptable, at least to me. Generally speaking, a PC in the $200 to $400 range will probably only be suited to last-gen Xbox 360 and PS3 games, if any. Even so, the ability to upgrade PC parts incrementally and when you need to means that if you see yourself gaming for the foreseeable future, the price difference may become less drastic over time as you get to dump, say, $250 on a new graphics card while everybody else drops $500 on the next-gen console. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty muddy situation. With all that in mind, here's how I'll answer the initial question of what is right for you. If you want the classic console experience of playing games as easily as possible, there is really only one option right now, at least in my opinion: the Nintendo Switch. You don't have to plug the thing in to play it even, and it seems to be getting decent third-party support. I'm sure many games still require some sort of installation or patching, but that's kind of a product of the times right now. From what I've seen, you'll deal with generally less hassle on the Switch. And it's Nintendo too. For all their problems, they really know how to make good games. If, on the other hand, you are more trying to save money and just want to be able to play the new big hit games with everyone else without putting much thought into it, then I recommend buying a standard Xbox One, Xbox One S, or PS4. The Xbox One S or PS4 in particular are the best choices, I think at least. Coming in between $200 and $300 in most places I've checked, these systems will play new games and get the job done. Just be warned that performance may be rough in spots, and these are not future-proof choices. These systems are already a few years old. If money is less tight for you, or the gaming experience is important to you but you don't feel like making the jump to PC, then the high-end consoles currently on sale are a really good choice. The PS4 Pro and Xbox One X deliver experiences on par with a mid-range gaming PC, without any of the hassle associated with setting up a gaming PC, and at a lower cost too. Just keep in mind that you're buying a device that really just plays games, and that's just today. Future upgrades for better hardware or adding more functionality are unlikely at best, and you'll probably find yourself on the market for a whole new one in 5 years tops if you're still playing games. Finally, if you have $600-ish or more dollars to spend and are willing to learn your way around a computer, then this final choice is the obvious and clear winner. Tons of options capable of various levels of performance exist between the $600 and $1,000 range of PC parts, and most of them will match or beat current generation consoles. PCs are also incredibly versatile machines, and once you find yourself working on a machine that stays responsive even when you have 20 tabs and 10 videos open for a project, it really starts to be worth it. Additionally, you can get into it knowing that future upgrades are pretty easy actually. You can build a $600 workstation that plays games well one year and upgrade it to a 4K media monster with a new graphics card the next. On PC, you deal with higher upfront costs and a steeper learning curve for more freedom, flexibility, and, moving into the enthusiast grade, an objectively better gaming experience. I mean, come on, we've had VR for years now. Still though, it's not for everybody, and that's okay. Consider the options before that if you're not that gung-ho about gaming and quality, or if you don't have the money. So there you have it. Again, the Nintendo Switch is the #1 easy gaming experience choice, while the older Xbox One and PS4 models are great for saving money while still playing the latest and greatest games. The new Xbox One X and PS4 Pro models offer an almost PC quality gaming experience for those who care about visuals and performance, and as always, PC truly is where you get the highest quality and flexibility as long as you've got $600-ish or more up front and are willing to learn how to use it effectively. Long story short, that's it. I hope that helps. Hello, and as usual, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. In fact, please let me know if you enjoyed this video. I've been a pretty much exclusively PC gamer for a while now. I actually am very interested in getting a Nintendo Switch, but I just don't have the money right now. And when I do have the money, I'll probably be getting other things. I'll get it before Metroid Prime comes out. That's for sure. But yeah, I thought to make this video because I've actually had 2 people ask me what they think about like what to buy for gaming right now. And it makes sense. It's been a while, I think, since there has been this much variety in the market for this kind of stuff. There really are 5-ish sort of competing consoles right now, and there's always PC. So I thought it was relevant. Hopefully you agree. If y'all do like tech videos and stuff like this, let me know and I'll keep making them. But if you don't, also let me know. And I may not stop making them altogether, but I'll make less of them. Anywho, if you're interested in buying a console, I've listed the names of the popular consoles covered in this video and my opinions on each in the description. If you're interested in getting into the thrilling and intriguing world of PC gaming, I've also included a few useful links for that. Again, thank you all for watching. Talk to you next week.